What it do, you, to today's video? I want to chime in with a quick impromptu video. In today's video, I want to talk about the different levels and the different qualities of cannabis by brand, right? Now, I know a lot of people gonna say there's no difference between top shelf, high quality cannabis versus, cheap, low shelf cannabis quality. And that's true. It's not really a difference, but it is. Now, let me give you a disclaimer on how I know there's a difference. See, if you just a person who just got into smoking or some shit like that, on some trendy shit or whatever the case may be, or you smoke on occasions, then you probably wouldn't really know the difference. You probably be like, okay, this is just weed. I'm gonna get high. It's in my price range, and that's totally fine. You see what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if it's like you just got some fucking weed and you just bought it from somebody, shit, you got you some weed, so you can't really complain type shit. So it's like, let's say for example, right, how you got like different brands, like a cookies pack, right? Cookies brand, that's like top shelf exotic, and you can tell by one, the price is not priced like that for no reason. That's the first things first. Two, you're paying for the packaging and shit like that. Whether you want to or not. Three, you're paying for the labor. And this is not just for cannabis, this is for everything in the world. Literally, this is for everything in the world. You're not just paying for the product, you're paying for the labor that went into the product. So for example, when you buy clothes and shit like that, you're buying the name brand. What if it's just a so-called generic t-shirt or whatever? The company, the logo and all that shit, that's still a name brand. It might not be a big name brand, but that's a name brand of that company. You get what I'm saying? And somebody at the knit, so you see what I'm saying? Bedazzle, whatever the fuck they did, airbrush that shirt. So you're not only necessarily paying for the art, but you're paying for the labor that went into it. It's not even the cannabis. You're not only just paying for the plant and the concentrates and all that shit like that. You paying for the labor that went into it, because you wouldn't have a plant if it wasn't growers and like horticultural scientists that put in the work to grow the shit. You see what I'm saying? So you see what I'm saying? You got different level of horticulturists. You see, me, I'm fairly advanced, intermediate. You feel me? I ain't gonna say I'm the best, you feel me? But I ain't gonna say I'm the worst either. You feel me? But I know what the fuck I'm doing, but at the same time, I'm not gonna just say, oh, I'm the best and be super arrogant, because there's always room for improvement and for me to learn. And plus, I already love learning new information to improve my craft. But anyway, you have different type of people who are different level horticulturists. So if you got somebody that's doing a sun grow, which means they growing outdoors, Mother Nature does everything for your plants. Only thing you have to do is you have to first things first, know your shit with your nutrients and know your shit with your plant. You see what I'm saying? That's two different things. Even though they the same components, they go into the same puzzle, they two different things, because the nutrients is its own, it's basically like its own timetable. You know what I'm saying? Its own world of its own, of different components that work for this plant. But you need to know the basics of the plant, like the genetic structure of the plant, the phenotype, you know what I mean? The physical structure, all that type of shit of the plant. So you know what you're working with. Is the plant mold resistant? You see what I'm saying? Is the plant resilient? Shit like that. You see. And once Mother Nature does all that for you, it costs you literally nothing. All you have to do is pretty much know how to protect the plant and get the plant strong enough when that motherfucker can thrive on its own. Because I told you, plants are autotrophic. which means that they are self-feeders, and which means that all you have to do is provide the elements it needs: sunlight, water, dirt, and that motherfucker gonna do the rest of it on his own. You see what I'm saying? But you have to protect it because you have predatory insects that's out there that wants to eat the plant. So once you get past all that, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of shit with this shit. Once you get past all that shit, you see what I'm saying? Mother Nature gonna do everything for you. It's gonna flush the plant, all the nutrients out of the plant that you use to grow it. It's gonna do all that shit, man. It's gonna create the cycle for you, the lighting cycle. Mother Nature gonna do all that shit for you. So it costs you literally nothing. All you have to do is know your timetable when it comes to the nutrients and shit. What time is the feed? What nutrient do you need at this time of growth? What nutrient do you need at this stage? Blah blah blah. So the plant can keep getting stronger and stronger, and it just keeps basically just doing what the fuck it's supposed to do. And it costs you literally nothing. So that's why sun-grown flower is cheaper. Don't mean that it's bad. It's just cheaper because it was grown outdoors. And if you get some indoor flower, it's gonna look better. Bag appeal. Because you got it growing indoors at a controlled climate. Meaning that if you study the plant and you see what temperatures that this plant thrives at, and you set that environment up indoors, that plant is gonna thrive. That shit's gonna look amazing. It's gonna be some real good shit because you just simulated the effects of Mother Nature. So instead of it actually being outdoors, it's indoors with a simulated climate. It's gonna grow twice, 3 times as faster. Especially if you get your nutrients too. That's why indoor costs more because you have lights and you gotta pay for more shit, basically. So more money goes into an indoor grow. You see what I'm saying? And that's why you have to pay more for that flower. That's just basically what it is. And that don't necessarily mean that it's better than it can be. It's just your preference. But there is a difference. You see what I'm saying? So if you got the extra money, you spend $200 on some shit, you probably more likely got you some exotic ass shit. You know what I mean? And you can stretch that too and get you some gummies, get you some topical oils and lotions and shit like that. 'Cause they got like CBD lotions and shit that you can, that's infused with CBD. You can rub it on your skin. And, of course, skin got pores, so you get all that shit going through your skin and shit. So it's healing in that effect. They got Rick Simpson oil, RSO, if you know about that. All different type of shit, man. You see what I'm saying? It's just stay in the plant. But wake the damn up. More videos coming soon.